Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kimuzi, am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You are very audible.
Okay, perfect. Now, I wish to convey my deep condolences to the families and friends of the brave Kenyans that we lost in the uh, which we lost in the Mandamano. May God rest their souls in eternal peace and those families get closure. And as I start, I would be, I'll take some time, so I hope each and everyone would allow me to speak so that I can be able to demystify the man who is called William Ruto and the solutions that we have and where are we going. He hosted the space today, and it was a teacher who is, yani alikuwa ni mtu anasomea watu. He was not there to be able to talk and to be able to. Sorry, my background is quite noisy. So, William Ruto is a conman in chief and not commander in chief. And the government is heading now is a crime scene. We are the ones who gave him power through the ballot, and we can still be able to get him out of office. I don't want to attack Osama. I don't want to attack anyone who has let us down. They did what they could do. All I can say is let us soldier on. Now, Mr. William Ruto is somebody, you guys are talking about this runaway corruption, but I need to bring to your attention, Kimuzi. Each and every morning, Central Bank of Kenya takes money, about 17 million shillings to State House, which has been the norm. And why do they take? It is always in denominations of Kenyan shillings, dollars, pounds, and euros and yen. It is always taken to State House just because of any emergency of the presidency. He can be able to survive within that day. But the question is, does that money go back to Central Bank of Kenya? No. Where does that money go? Every day, 17 million shillings leaves Central Bank of Kenya to State House, and it never comes back. William Ruto and the people who surround him are a group of conmen. There are a lot of people who have lost their money. There are a lot of people who have closed their businesses, and there are a lot of people who have been conned. I have the list of all the people who have been conned by the government, including the president himself and the people around him. William Ruto is in that office. You guys wonder where does Oscar Sudi get the money? When William Ruto was the deputy president, Oscar Sudi used to take people to the deputy president's residence each and every morning between 5:30 and 6. You're going to meet William Ruto, you have to give out 5 million shillings. And they used to divide. William Ruto appears somewhere, sits, talks to the people. If he sees you are credible, he will do business with you. And he will not do business with you, he's going to steal your money. So that is major corruption number 2. These people are in that office to sell their time. You can't be able to see them. And if you will be able to see them, you will have to fork out money. And this man, William Ruto, his litmus paper first to go for presidency was during the yes and no campaigns. He schemed. He was able to raise the votes for the no brigade, then came into power, schemed how he's going to take over from President Uhuru Kenyatta by dividing the Kikuyu community. Sorry, we are tribeless, but I have to say as it is, where did the rain start beating us? So William Ruto came into that office, schemed. They fell out with Uhuru in 2016, late 2015, early 2016. And he was to be jailed in ICC, were it not for Ambassador Monica Juma, who at this end betrayed Uhuru Kenyatta. She used to give information to her husband, and her husband used to give to Dennis Itumbi. And that is where the narrative of HNIB, Hustler Nation Intelligence Bureau, something of that bullshit came from. And McHugh, she's the only one who was retained by William Ruto in his government. Kimuzi, you can hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. Go on.
So I'm audible, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
you are.
audible.
Very, very.
Okay, perfect. Now, when you're running a government, you should be a businessman, not a politician. You should be able to come up with solutions. William Ruto today has no business and has never been a businessman in his entire life. There is no factory or company that he has brought it from scratch. This is somebody today who I think in his all wisdom sat down and said, I was never employed until I became an MP. You heard that? So why would he want our children to be able to go outside, to go and have jobs, some stupid jobs in countries abroad, while his children here in this country have businesses? They are conning people, including even Nick, who was conned, a South Sudanese person, and other people who have been conned and were deported. So what you guys are seeing, you guys have not seen or heard of William Ruto. This guy, in terms of, he has zero respect even for a human being. That's all I can say. In the run-up to 2017 election, the guy schemed, sat down, divided the emerging leaders from the central region who could be a threat to his position, including the likes of William Kabogo, who they gave out a very, very, very bad narrative. And I can see he's here in the space. He can hear me. Actually, even you guys need to know that William Kabogo's son Alvin used to procure women for the PA of the president, and he used to be paid 400,000 shillings. And they used to take those girls to Riverside Drive in an apartment which was owned by Jomo Geshaga. All the money that was stolen from Eurobond was divided among gave out a very, very, very bad narrative. And I can see he's here in the space. He can hear me. Actually, even you guys need to know that William Kabogo's son Alvin used to procure women for the PA of the president, and he used to be paid 400,000 shillings. And they used to take those girls to Riverside Drive in an apartment which was owned by Jomo Geshaga. All the money that was stolen from Eurobond was divided amongst these people, and some of that money is invested in Dubai through a real estate company owned by one man called Brian Etemad, who works for Uhuru Kenyatta. Not to say that this money was stolen. It is now our time to be able to pay it back. But how do we pay something we've not been able to see its fruits? SGR was another scandal which was negotiated. Those people were brought by Jimmy Wanjigi to Kenya, but they were unable to agree on the commissions. The amount, yani Jimmy Wanjigi alioshwa na William Ruto na Uhuru Kenyatta, ndio akaanza kupiga vita serikali, akalipa nani? Jamaa anaitwa Alfred Kiter. And to silence Alfred Kiter, because he doesn't love women, what does he love? He loved money. And he's a fraudster himself. So what did they do with Alfred Kiter? They set him up with treasury bills. And he fell for that. And William Ruto was the one who was behind it. So that they can do what? They can eat the SGR in silence. The money from SGR in silence. Jimmy Wanjigi akapigwa vita, huyu akapigwa vita. So hii watu yote ambao wako hapa ni watu wa sarakasi. We do not have any person there who takes care of our interests. All of them are a bunch of conmen and fools, people who cannot be able to sit down with you and reason. Another fool is Kalonzo. Raila Amolo Odinga is somebody who cannot be given the presidency because the US government does not have anything against him. They do not have leverage. For William Ruto, they gave him the seat. And who helped him? They interfered with IEBC. Kimuzi, if you can remember, there was a time William Ruto alipiga kifua akasema, mimi siwezi kushindwa hii. You remember that, Kimuzi? Hello, Kimuzi?
Yeah, I remember. Hata umenikumbusha mali aliambia kijana fulani kwa Kitale, wewe kijana unaniongelesha kama nani? Now so many things make sense.
Now let's move on. Alipokuwa anajipiga kifua, they had already infiltrated the IEBC system. I swear by the living God today, kama yeye ni mwanaume alishinda hiyo kiti kihalali mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu, anasema alikuwa amependwa, afungue server ya IEBC. Mzee Raila Amolo Odinga had won fair and square. They infiltrated the IEBC through Davis Churchill, who is his IT geek, who I don't know what he does, but it was infiltrated. And that is why William Ruto was boastful. Uhuru Kenyatta warned us, told us all sorts of things. We did not listen. We were being arrested. Myself, I worked with this guy since URP days. I was there when URP was formed. I was there when UDA was formed by this guy who's now a nominated member of parliament in Yala. Yule anatembea na crutches and Duale in Narok. That UDA was born in Narok. And these people have no absolute way to govern a country. You cannot govern a country through con men or con women. William Ruto is not somebody, against the amount of money he has and the time he has worked for in government. If you question him, how much worth are you and how much have you worked, or how many years have you worked? What was your salary? What was your per diem? How were you able to get these billions of money, these expensive watches, these ranches you've bought? And you have no, haina shida wewe kama unaweza kuiba iba, lakini you take the money out of Kenya, start it somewhere, it never works, it does not do anything, then hata mchanga bro ukiokota inaisha, unaenda mali nyingine unaokota tena mchanga inaisha. Hii nchi, we will not have a country. Believe me, you will not have a country come 2027 if this guy is still on the seat. Saizi munaona hii in State House, whatever you guys don't see is way more than what is in public domain. I am here. I am part of those people who financed this guy's campaign. And when he came in, sisi ndio tuliaktiwa kwanza. Bad policies. You tell the guy, bwana, this is not how the government is run. Do this. No. Unawekewa tax ya 1 billion shillings. Unafungiwa. How many companies have closed in Kenya? How many people have run away from Kenya because of the bad policies the government has come up with? Afadhali kina Kabogo, these are people who are well known, alikuwa na clearing Mombasa. Uhuru ni mtu alianza na flower yake akaanza hapa na pale. At least jamaa struggle. He knows how to earn a shilling, how to save, what to do. Lakini the man we have here in question is somebody who has been brought up in a poor environment, which it was not his liking to be born to poor parents, or their bringing was bad. But when he got there, he got excited from the word go. He's somebody who has not earned even 100 million of his ya jasho yake, yani amesema hii ni jasho yangu. Somebody who goes buy suits, watches, shoes, tells people how to use a fork. Na ni mtu alikuwa anakula pale Kamagut, sijui wapi Sugoi, alikuwa anakula na mikono. Unaanza kusomea watu ati kizungu hivi ndio watu wanakula. How did you suddenly have etiquettes of eating with forks when you were born eating with hands? So the man who we've put there, I'm really sorry. I voted for this guy. I campaigned for this guy. I broke my bone for this guy. I got people who financed him. But I am really sorry because I did not know. Was he going to change, or was he going to turn? Was he going to change to be a better person, or was he going to change against us? Now, clearly, this man has turned against the country. You guys, things are bad. Economically, things are bad. Do not be lied to. We have to put it, black is black and white is white. But I am really sorry because I did not know. Was he going to change, or was he going to turn? Was he going to change to be a better person, or was he going to change against us? Now, clearly, this man has turned against the country. You guys, things are bad. Economically, things are bad. Do not be lied to. We have to put it: black is black and white is white. A lot of factories have closed down. When an investor comes into Kenya, they take him to State House. They tell him, you want to see the president? Yes. Okay. Bring 20 million, bring 10 million, or bring. Now the stakes are high. Even Rigathi Gachagua, who just came from the village, these days, for you to see him, you have to have 5 million shillings. So the question begs here: are we going to be able to keep up with these people who are going to fleece and make investors run away? Brother, Kenya is Kenya is a very strong country with beautiful souls like you guys. People who are strong enough, people who can think for themselves. I would like you guys to sit down and reclaim this country. It is going to the dogs. The person in question cannot manage even a petrol station, cannot be able to manage a factory, does not have anything at all. And the likes of people who advise him are people like David Langat, people who he does not listen to. Ubaya ya William Ruto ni moja. Ameongeza kiburi, ujuaji, ujinga, ulafi, yote kwa pamoja. So how do you deal with a fool who is heading a group of fools who are clapping for him, and this country is ours? It's going to hit us hard if this guy will still be there in the next coming years. By any means possible, the only way we can get this guy out is, who gave us this guy? The Supreme Court. We need to move to the Supreme Court. After moving to Supreme Court, we need to have a digitalized system whereby we can use our ID to be able to vote, even if the IBC is not constituted as at now. We are able to have this guy. We can be able to have this guy out, because the same constitution that guaranteed him is the same constitution that can still protect us and protect also his rights, but also protect the rights of each and every Kenyan who is here in Kenya. We do not want to see our children go out, our girls go out. Do you know what members of parliament do when they go outside to Dubai or Qatar or wherever they go? They go there for fornication. They go there to spend time with our girls. So does William Ruto want to send our girls to Dubai or any other place so that when he travels there, he's able to go and misuse them? Or these members of parliament, kina Didmas Baraza, kina nani? Kwanza huyo Didmas Baraza akijaribu kuongea, tuko na news yake akikulana na mwanamke Morocco, a Moroccan lady. We are going to bring this whole thing down like a house of cards. William Ruto kazi yake akiona mwanamke kwa room. William Ruto is so bad in such a way that if a woman goes and visits him, the first thing he touches is her boobs. I have a list of them. Alikuwa nakula dem MCA kutoka this northern thing, Marsabit or or Isiolo County, pale Hemingways.
Hey,
No,
moderators, kindly help us wrap it up. We
no,
have so
please,
many people who want to.
please let me rant as much as I can. At least because
Wacha amalize
I'm
kuongea.
coming to something, please.
Yeah, continue.
Now, why would our people, why would a whole president want to go outside and take people? He promised to create jobs, yet he did not have any plan whatsoever to create any job. You cannot just create jobs for the sake of like unafanya hivi na hivi kuongea mdomo yako. Hapana bwana, what is so hard for William Ruto, ndio anakopa. Wewe unakopa unaweka kwa barabara. Unakopa hata hiyo barabara hatuoni. There is no development the government has done. Recarpeting nani. There is no major thing these people have done. The only way we can be able to tell him is, listen man, you said you can create jobs, but we don't see you creating any jobs. You do not have a plan. We have to have a light industries. We are an importing country. We are not an exporting country. And when you consume more than you produce, my friend, you are doomed to fail. When you hike expenses to run those companies, you're going to close them down and jobs are going to be lost. We import. Brother, when I sit with my Chinese friends, I do not have the audacity to talk because we are told, we mpaka muna import nail cutter, unatuambia nini?
Son of a Taylor,
This is somebody.
unaweza pause
This is
kiasi. Unaweza pause kiasi, kuna watu wanataka kuongea, then we'll continue. Give us like 10 minutes, then we'll continue. Is that okay with you?
We Ricky, wacha amalize his line of thought tafadhali.
Sawa, haina shida.
Wacha amalize his line of thought. Yes.
Sawa. Okay, is everyone as a speaker okay with that? Before we continue.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can give him 10 minutes to wrap up.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
but that was not a unanimous decision, man. You cannot just have one person talking throughout the whole. We have 12,000 people, man.
Okay.
Wacha
Guys,
bwana.
2
we
minutes.
can. I
2
I
minutes
think
to wrap it
I'm
up.
going to shorten this and then maybe we can have another conversation with Kimuzi with the solutions. So let me just wrap it here. The moment your country, you guys, I need you to look at this perspective. This country is importing more than it is exporting. We only export small foodstuffs, which do not bring us any income. We need to sit down as Gen Z. I'm actually a millennial. We can sit down, come up with our own strategies, come up with how are we going to be able to produce, how are we going to cut down these electricity costs, because he has put so many levies that we don't see. This is a country which produces oil. We do not see that oil. We rather import oil. We do not have a lab whereby this hii mafuta ikiletwa inakaguliwa. We actually import the worst oil. Africa imports the worst oil. I'll have to be honest with you guys. So our line of discussion should be, now the government has failed to create jobs. How are we going to sit down to create jobs for ourselves? In terms of tourism, huyu ni mtu, he said all things go through e-citizen. E-citizen, when you access or do anything, William Ruto anakula share na huyo jamaa rafiki yake. And that is something I can be able to confirm to you day and night. Anapata commission pale. he gets his commissions through government procurement services.
Eh,
For every
Pillar,
thing
pillar
that
of
you
hope.
go in.
Pillar of hope. Unajua, I want to believe you because, let me just add
Mhm.
something. Utaendelea, don't worry. There is a deal in Ruto alienda juzi South Korea. It's just ni the latest before sasa aache kutravel like a month ago. And you talk about David Lagat, dear Lagat. I personally know them. I know dear Lagat. And hiyo deal, there was a lady. If you look for a picture yenye walikuwa wameenda wote, there is a picture yenye unaona Ruto ako nao watu. Actually, that deal ilikuwa ya David Lagat, and it's actually the truth that you're saying. That's why I am quite appalled. You just
Let me tell you, brother, I can hereby confess there is no trip William Ruto has gone outside of Kenya for the benefit of the people of Kenya. Ilikuwa biashara zake, personal and nothing but personal. And this guy lacked international connection. Uhuru Kenyatta was afadhali huyo jamaa mlevi. Alitufinya ndio, lakini he was telling us. Now he's part of the people who are laughing at us. Niliwaambia muendelee. This man lacked international connection. His assets were frozen in the UK under the name of this guy called David Muge, one batch of a silly, stupid man, who today, even if you sit down with him, they will tell you, give me money. The first thing you want to talk to him, he tell you, give me money. So you guys need to understand that William Ruto did not have the international backings. Alipochukua usukani, alianza kutukana hawa jama so that he can be able to get their attention and then bring them close. When he went for the coronation of the king, akilima hao wazungu, alikutana na Matiangi pale na aliachiwa pesa yake kumamake huyu Ruto na huyo Matiangi. That is, Matiangi was told, sitaki kukuona kwa siasa, unyamaze na unipatie pesa yangu. So all these people, no one is clean, no one is good, all of them need to go. We get new people whatsoever. So you guys, I have a lot to say. Kimuzi, as I wind up, please, we have the youth here. Some are architects, some are engineers, some are what. We can be able to sustain ourselves. Ndio serikali imetuweka kando, lakini mbona sisi wenyewe ndugu zetu hatuwezi saidiana? Issue sio kwenda nje ya nchi. You can build Kenya. You do not have to import capacity. You do not have to export your generation. Wale ambao wako na nguvu na akili unawaambia waende pale ndio wakuwe nani? Waoshe choo, wafanye nini? A lot of people are running mad in Dubai, are running mad in Saudi. Watu wanaenda wakiwa hai, wanarudi kama mzigo. So I could talk as much as I can about William Ruto, but you guys just know that he's a foolish, fool, arrogant, ignorant man, full of himself. He thinks, and he's bipolar, by the way. He thinks he knows it all. He thinks he can give you, like, you see, when you're with the guy, he's talking too much and a lot of ideas are running. That guy is bipolar. That is somebody who beats even Rachel. And Rachel is even a thief who stole 60 million from people in pretext of giving them CAS and PS jobs. So this government, all of it is a crime scene. Shut down this fucking government. Huyu jamaa sio P.O. Box Sugoi kumamake. And I have zero apologies to make. And the website will come up stating all the dirty deals this motherfucker has done, the people he has stolen from, the amount of money he stole from the government. And let me tell you guys, this guy, do not expect anything good from this guy. He's somebody who will cool down to see your temperatures and then come up again. But let me tell you one thing. Whatever bad thing he did to Uhuru Kenyatta, is biting him now, is coming back to him now, and this is karma, and this is the time to pay back. Watu walishindwa, I was not around during the Occupy State House. Brother, Monday, ama Tuesday, twende hiyo State House, I will be on the forefront. Tuone kama yeye ni mwanaume ataitisha watu watupige
Pillow
risasi.
Hope.
Bloody
Pillow Hope.
fucking.
Thank you.
Na,
Thank you.
na,
Thank
na